Do you personally believe that the world is freaking nuts right now? From groundbreaking medical discoveries that could cure blindness forever to mysterious geological formations that seem to bend the laws of physics, our world is experiencing some of the most extraordinary events in human history. Today we're going to explore 20 weird things that are occurring around the world. Stick around because number 13 involves the largest snowflake ever recorded, and trust me, you won't believe the size. In February 2019, Houston authorities dealt with a highly unusual situation. A 30-year-old woman was found stuck in the rooftop air vent hood of a house. Her niece-in-law, Sabrina Watson, identified her as Dixie and said she had been kicked out of a family member's home. Instead of staying away, Dixie tried to re-enter the house through the roof vent. Neighbors heard her calling for help. When one asked, "What are you doing in that chimney?" she didn't explain. She asked for a bottle of water. Houston's heavy rescue team arrived around 4:30 a.m. at the home near Parker Road and Aldine Westfield Road. They found her wedged tightly inside a hood vent, far too small for a person. After being saved, she was taken to the hospital with foot and leg injuries. Police treated the matter as a possible break-in, and charges were under consideration. Let me tell you about a place where you can legally dig for real diamonds. Crater of Diamonds State Park in Murfreesboro, Arkansas. This 911-acre state park, established in 1972, sits atop an ancient volcanic pipe and features a 37.5-acre plowed diamond search field where the public can hunt for diamonds and other gems and keep whatever they find. In 2024, park visitors registered 736 diamonds, totaling over 104 carats, averaging about 2 diamonds per day. A notable discovery that year was a 7.46-carat chocolate diamond, known as the Kirin diamond, found by visitor Julian Navas, the largest registered at the park since 2020. Geological surveys show that diamonds are brought to the surface by the ancient volcanic formation, and visitors indeed find gems like white, yellow, and brown diamonds, plus semi-precious stones such as amethyst and jasper. Since 1972, the total number of diamonds discovered has exceeded 35,000, including historic finds like the Uncle Sam 40.23 carats, which remains the largest diamond ever found in the U.S. In August 2024, scientists analyzing seismic data from NASA's InSight lander revealed evidence of liquid water trapped deep beneath Mars' crust, roughly 10 to 20 km below the surface, found within tiny fractures and pores in the rock. The amount of water is significant. If spread across the planet, it could form a global ocean approximately 520 to 780 meters deep. This supports long-standing theories that much of Mars' ancient water, evident from features like riverbeds and lake deposits, might still exist hidden beneath the surface. Dr. Vashon Wright, a geophysicist and assistant professor at UC San Diego's Scripps Institution of Oceanography, led this research team. He emphasized that understanding subsurface water is crucial to unraveling Mars' water cycle and its implications for habitability. Located on Sardine Creek in Gold Hill, Oregon. The Oregon Vortex and House of Mystery have intrigued visitors since they opened to tourists in 1930 as one of America's earliest mystery spots. According to local indigenous legend, the site was considered forbidden ground, with horses reportedly refusing to cross into the area. In 1914, prospector William McCullough rediscovered the site and persuaded his friend, Scottish-born geologist and mining engineer John Litster, to come to the U.S. and to investigate. Litster eventually developed the site and opened it to the public in 1930. Visitors are often perplexed by dramatic optical illusions. Balls appear to roll uphill, people lean at impossible angles, and heights seem to shift depending on where you stand. These effects are attributed to the building's skewed structure interacting with the sloping landscape, causing forced perspective illusions similar to those in Ames rooms. Magician James Randi deconstructed the illusion scientifically in 1998, using photography and mathematical evidence to demonstrate its optical nature. While similar mystery spots exist, including in Santa Cruz, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Michigan, the Oregon Vortex remains a compelling roadside curiosity, blending folklore with perceptual science. Have you ever thought about what the world would be like if there were a medicine that simply cured blindness? In 2024, researchers at Osaka University Hospital in Japan, led by Dr. Koji Nishida, reported the first successful use of induced pluripotent stem cell-derived corneal epithelial sheets to restore vision in patients with limbal stem cell deficiency, a cause of corneal blindness. Published in The Lancet, the trial reprogrammed donor blood cells into pluripotent stem cells, then grew transparent corneal tissue sheets used as biological grafts. Traditional corneal transplants are limited by donor shortages. Fewer than 100,000 grafts are available annually worldwide, and risk rejection rates of 10 to 30%. The stem cell approach bypasses these issues by creating patient-compatible tissue without the need for ALA matching. The first in-human trial involved 4 patients. After 2 years of follow-up, all showed vision improvement, 3 maintained stable gains, while 1 experienced partial regression. No cases of tissue rejection, tumor formation, or severe complications occurred. Researchers say this method could transform treatment for millions, though larger multicenter trials are needed. What if the secret to immortality was floating in our oceans right now? Marine biologists at the University of Bergen have studied a species, Nimiopsis leedi, commonly called the sea walnut, that can reverse its life cycle in response to stress. A 2024 study in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences documented that mature sea walnuts subjected to starvation or injury can regress to their larval form. In controlled experiments, researchers including Joan J. Soto Angel and Paul Burkhardt exposed adult comb jellies to starvation and physical trauma. Of 65 specimens, 13 reverted completely to the larval state. Those with damaged lobes regressed at a higher rate, 40%, compared to starved-only individuals, 14%. The process involved shrinking and regenerating tentacles, enabling the juveniles to capture food and then return to their mature form when conditions improved. This phenomenon places the sea walnut among the few known species, alongside the immortal jellyfish and a type of tapeworm, capable of reverse development. As an early branching animal lineage, comb jellies like M. leedi may offer insights into ancient evolutionary mechanisms of regeneration and aging. This discovery not only reframes our understanding of life cycle plasticity in animals, but also raises new questions about the molecular triggers and cellular mechanisms underlying such dramatic transformations. China's legacy of population control has led to a pronounced demographic imbalance. Experts estimate about 30 million more men than women, creating widespread involuntary bachelorhood and social pressures. This shortfall has contributed to declining marriage rates, with registrations dropping over 20% in 2023, and heightened social restrictions. In this context, the artificial companion market in China is expanding rapidly. The AI companion market, which includes emotionally interactive robots, generated roughly $2.04 billion in revenue in 2024 and is projected to grow to over $12.6 billion by 2030, with a CAGR of 35.4%. One high-profile case involves Zheng Jiajia, a 31-year-old AI engineer who married his custom-built robot companion, Ying Ying, in a ceremony conducted with traditional customs, attended by family and friends. The android can recognize faces, converse, and respond to commands. Zheng invested over $50,000 in 2 years developing Ying Ying, incorporating evolving personality traits through machine learning. Psychologists like Dr. Lai Wei at Beijing Normal University say such robotic partnerships help address emotional needs amid social shifts and loneliness. Legally, human-robot marriages aren't banned, but they lack formal recognition. However, experts anticipate legislation may be needed within 5 years as the technology becomes more sophisticated. Enjoyed the video? Before we continue, don't forget to ring the bell, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. It truly helps me out, and I promise to bring you even more awesome content. In 2024, University College London and partners published groundbreaking research in Nature identifying the origin of Stonehenge's central altar stone, a 6-ton, 5-meter-long slab once thought to be Welsh. Geochemical and isotopic analyses revealed that the stone's unique mineral fingerprint matches sedimentary rocks from the Orcadian Basin in northeast Scotland, up to 700 km from Stonehenge, a far greater distance than previously believed. This discovery challenges long-standing assumptions about Stonehenge's construction and suggests Neolithic Britons possessed unexpected maritime or collaborative transport capabilities. Though the precise quarry site remains unidentified, the study underscores remarkable planning and connectivity across prehistoric Britain. The findings open fresh lines of inquiry into how such a massive stone was moved across great distances without wheel-based transport, possible overland drag roads or boat routes, and what this reveals about society during that era. In 2024, the UK's National Health Service completed a large-scale trial of mammography intelligent assessment, an AI system designed for breast cancer screening. Reported in the Lancet Digital Health, the study involved over 10,000 women and showed MIA detected every cancer found by radiologists plus 11 additional early-stage tumors they missed, boosting early detection rates by 13%. Developed with Imperial College London, MIA uses deep learning algorithms trained on more than 2 million mammographic images from diverse populations. It can identify suspicious patterns as small as 2 mm, well below human visual limits. In one case, MIA spotted a 6 mm tumor overlooked by 3 radiologists, allowing a 52-year-old Manchester patient to have a lumpectomy instead of intensive chemotherapy and radiation. The WHO notes early detection raises breast cancer survival from 72% to 99% at stage 1. With 2.3 million new cases annually, AI-assisted screening could prevent up to 300,000 deaths per year. Following the trial, the EU allocated $174.7 million to AI cancer detection, and the US FDA fast-tracked similar systems in DC 2024. Economists estimate global adoption could cut treatment costs by 40% while greatly improving outcomes. The mystery spot near Santa Cruz, California, has intrigued visitors since 1940 with optical illusions that make the site appear to defy gravity. Situated in the Santa Cruz Mountains, the 150-foot diameter area produces disorienting effects, even for those who understand the science. A UC Santa Cruz psychology department study found the phenomena, balls seeming to roll uphill, people leaning at impossible angles, and height shifts inside the tilted cabin, are caused by a mix of gravitational hills, forced perspective, and the cabin's 18-degree tilt. Dr. Michael Rodriguez, a perceptual psychologist, noted that the site's isolation from the horizon and other reference points, combined with redwoods growing at unusual angles, intensifies the illusions. Neurological testing with portable EEG devices shows increased brain activity in spatial processing and balance regions. The vestibular system receives conflicting visual and gravitational cues, creating the sensation of altered physics. The mystery spot draws over 200,000 visitors annually, generating about $3.2 million for the Santa Cruz area. Similar mystery spots exist worldwide, with 47 documented in North America, all exploiting the brain's reliance on incomplete sensory information to construct reality. Oak Island off Nova Scotia has intrigued explorers for over 2 centuries. In 2024, excavations revealed new details about its underground structures, including the famous Money Pit, first noted in 1795 by Daniel McGuinness. Ground-penetrating radar by the Oak Island Research Association mapped artificial tunnels and chambers extending over 2.5 square kilometers and reaching depths beyond 200 feet. Artifacts recovered indicate centuries of activity. Carbon dating of wood spans from 1200 to 1750 CE, and parchment from the 153 FT level matches 16th century Elizabethan-era paper. Dr. Amanda Foster reports tool marks consistent with medieval European engineering. A lead cross found at 90 FT bears 14th century Templar inscriptions, with metallurgical analysis confirming medieval European techniques, fueling theories of a Knights Templar connection after their 1307 persecution. Radar surveys at Smith's Cove detected a 30-meter, ship-shaped anomaly with structural traits of a 17th century vessel. Land excavation in 2025 may offer critical insight into the island's history. On the Faroe Islands island of Vagar, reverse waterfalls occur when powerful Atlantic storms drive winds over 100 km/h against the island's 460 m. According to the Danish Meteorological Institute, Such events happen from 15 to 20 times a year, mainly in winter. The winds create strong updrafts that lift falling water hundreds of feet into the air, making it appear to flow upward. Dr. Erik Rasmussen of the Technical University of Denmark explains that wind speeds at the clifftops can reach 150 km/h, generating enough force to lift water droplets weighing several grams. While similar effects occur at Ireland's cliffs of Moher, Iceland's Gullfoss, and Hawaii's Waipuia Falls, the Faroese version is among the most dramatic due to the height, wind patterns, and water volume. The European Center for Medium-Range Weather Forecasts reports a 23% increase in storms capable of producing reverse waterfalls over the past decade, likely linked to climate change. The spectacle draws thousands of tourists each year, adding about $3.26 million to the local economy. Viewing platforms and safety protocols have been established to accommodate growing visitor numbers. What do you think it would feel like to stand near the cliffs of Vagar and watch a waterfall being blown upward by storm winds? Let us know in the comments below. Prepare to have your understanding of snow completely transformed. On January 28, 1887, in Fort Keogh, Montana, ranch owner Matt Coleman recorded the largest snowflake in history, 38 cm wide and 16 cm thick, verified by multiple witnesses and later recognized by Guinness World Records. The National Weather Service notes such giant flakes form only under rare atmospheric conditions, supercooled water droplets, minimal wind, and temperatures between 10 deg G and 15 deg C sustained during descent. According to Dr. Kenneth Librecht of Caltech, these massive flakes result from aggregation, where multiple snow crystals bond in calm, humid air. Normally, wind or temperature shifts break them apart, but in rare stable conditions, clusters remain intact and grow to extreme sizes. While no modern record matches Montana's 2013 Siberian observations documented flakes up to 20 cm in diameter, meteorologists call the necessary conditions a Goldilocks zone: cold enough to prevent melting, warm enough for bonding, humidity precisely balanced, and winds under 5 km/h. Climate change may be reducing such events. The National Center for Atmospheric Research reports a 15% decline in optimal snowflake formation conditions over the past 30 years. In 2024, scientists made the first discovery of amber in Antarctica, offering direct evidence that the continent once hosted vast tropical forests. Found at a depth of 946 meters during core drilling by the International Antarctic Research Consortium, the 7 mm fragment dates to about 90 million years ago in the Cretaceous period. Analysis led by Dr. Johan Klages of the Alfred Wegener Institute revealed its chemical makeup matches resin from conifers similar to modern Kori pines in New Zealand and Australia, suggesting forests with evergreens over 40 meters tall. Published in Antarctic Science, the find confirms that during the Cretaceous, Antarctica's average temperatures reached 25 deg C, supporting a greenhouse climate. Amber's preservation properties could yield future fossils of plants or insects, though none were found in this fragment. The drilling, one of Antarctica's deepest scientific excavations, used sterile techniques to prevent contamination and cost $2.3 million. Climate models based on the findings indicate Antarctica's shift from forest to ice sheet took about 50 million years, offering insights into how extreme climate change transforms continental ecosystems, information relevant to today's warming trends. In January 2018, snow fell in the Sahara Desert for only the third time in 40 years, covering dunes near Ain Sefra, Algeria. According to Algeria's National Weather Service, temperatures dropped to 3 deg C, allowing snow to blanket the sand for several hours before melting. Satellite imagery from the European Space Agency showed the snowfall spanned about 100 km2, with depths up to 40 cm. Dr. Sarah Johnson of the University of Reading explains that Saharan snow requires a rare mix of cold Mediterranean air penetrating deep into North Africa and enough moisture to trigger precipitation, conditions that align roughly every 15 to 20 years. Similar events were recorded in 1979 and 2016 in the same region. Local residents, many seeing snow for the first time, described the sight as surreal. The striking contrast of white snow against orange dunes drew photographers worldwide and spurred a 300% increase in tourism to the area afterward. The Mediterranean Climate Change Initiative reports increasing volatility in North African weather systems, with more extreme temperature swings over the past decade. Meteorologists are monitoring the region with advanced satellites to better understand the atmospheric patterns that produce these rare desert snowfalls. How would you react if you woke up to find 40 cm of snow covering the sand dunes in one of the hottest deserts on Earth? Let us know in the comments below. Magnetic Hill in Ladakh, India, about 30 km from Leh at 4,270 meters above sea level, is a stretch of the Leh-Kargil-Srinagar highway where vehicles in neutral appear to roll uphill at speeds up to 20 km/h. Research by Dr. Rajesh Kumar of the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, published in the Journal of Applied Physics, confirms it's an optical illusion caused by the unique topography. The road slopes downward at about 4 degrees. The absence of clear reference points, combined with the surrounding mountains, valleys, and horizon alignment, distorts visual perception. High altitude and thin air further affect depth cues, making the effect more convincing. Despite local folklore attributing the phenomenon to magnetic forces, the magnetometer readings show a normal Earth magnetic field strength of 45,000 nanoduslas for the region. The site draws over 100,000 visitors annually, according to the Ladakh Tourism Department. The Indian Air Force reports similar illusions for aircraft over the area, requiring instrument-only navigation. Comparable gravity hills exist in Scotland, Australia, Brazil, and the United States, all exploiting similar perceptual biases. In East Java, Indonesia, Kawah Ijen volcano produces striking electric blue flames, created when sulfur-rich gases emerge from vents at over 600 degrees and ignite upon contact with oxygen. According to the Indonesian Institute of Volcanology and Geological Hazard Mitigation, these flames can reach 5 meters high. The blue color comes from burning pure sulfur, which emits light at a different wavelength than hydrocarbon flames. Photographer-volcanologist Dr. Olivier Grunewald notes the glow is most visible at night. Kawah Ijen releases about 34 tons of sulfur dioxide daily, sustaining a constant flame display visible only in darkness. Viewing requires a night hike with gas masks, and the Indonesian government limits access to 200 visitors per night, all accompanied by guides. The site draws over 50,000 international visitors annually, generating about $8.5 million USD in tourism revenue. Local sulfur miners endure extreme conditions, carrying loads up to 90 kg through toxic air to supply Indonesia's chemical industry, though mechanization is increasing for safety. The phenomenon's rare beauty and scientific value have been featured in multiple documentaries and studies, solidifying Kawah Ijen as one of the world's most famous volcanic attractions. Naturally conceived quintuplets occur in roughly 1 in 55 million pregnancies, with fewer than 10 cases reported globally each year. Graham and Stephanie Friel of Scotland, who faced over 5 years of infertility, welcomed quintuplets in March 2024 at Edinburgh's Royal Infirmary. Only the UK's third natural case in 25 years. Managed by lead obstetrician Dr. Sarah Mitchell, the pregnancy was closely monitored from 20 weeks with weekly ultrasounds and twice-weekly assessments. Quintuplets typically arrive at 29 weeks, but Stephanie delivered at 32 weeks. The 3 girls and 2 boys weighed from 1.2 to 1.8 kg each, required intensive care, but had no major complications. Raising quintuplets is projected to cost about $2.92 million over 18 years. The family receives Scottish government support, including priority housing and enhanced child benefits, while community fundraising has provided over $190,500 for essentials. The University of Edinburgh's Child Development Institute is tracking the quintuplets' growth and health for 10 years to compare outcomes with singletons and twins. Extended family and volunteers have established round-the-clock care rotations, serving as a model for supporting extreme multiple birth families. The World Dog Surfing Championships in Pacifica, California draw over 70 dogs from more than 15 countries each year, with categories by size, experience, and style. Organized under International Surfing Dog Association rules, participation has grown 340% in 5 years, with qualifiers on 4 continents. All dogs wear Coast Guard-approved life vests, surf waves under 4 feet, and are supported by lifeguards and veterinarians. According to veterinary behaviorist Dr. Jennifer Walsh, training takes from 6 to 12 months, starting on land, then calm water, before wave riding. Judging covers ride length, confidence, skill, and stoke factor, with bonus points for tricks, unusual positions, or exceptional balance. Champions can earn prize money and endorsements. Ricochet, a golden retriever, has made over $500,000 from wins and sponsorships. The event generates about $2.8 million in local tourism revenue and attracts 25,000 spectators annually. Safety measures include pre-event health checks, water temperature monitoring, rest periods, and tracking of incidents. Serious injuries occur in under 0.3% of competitive sessions. Blood Falls, a striking red waterfall emerging in Antarctica's stark white landscape. It appears blood red, but it's not blood. Located at the terminus of Taylor Glacier in the McMurdo Dry Valleys, the waterfall spills iron-rich, hypersaline water onto the ice surface of Lake Bonny. First documented in 1911 by Thomas Griffith Taylor during the Terra Nova expedition, early theories blamed algae for the coloration. However, research in 2003 confirmed that the red color arises from oxidized iron when ferrous ions in subglacial brine react with oxygen upon reaching the surface. This brine originates from an ancient subglacial lake, isolated beneath approximately 400 m of glacier. The saltiness and pressure keep the water liquid in temperature conditions that would freeze ordinary water. When it emerges, the ferrous ions oxidize, depositing rust-like iron oxides that stain the ice red. The water's persistence in such cold conditions marks Taylor Glacier as the coldest known glacier with continuous liquid discharge. Radar surveys have even mapped the underlying brine system that feeds Blood Falls, where microbial communities thrive in complete darkness and isolation. From women getting stuck in vents to dogs riding waves like professional athletes. From ancient forests buried beneath Antarctic ice to flames that burn blue in Indonesian volcanoes. So, our world continues to surprise us with phenomena that challenge everything we think we know about reality. These aren't just random weird news stories, but documented events that reveal the incredible diversity and mystery of our planet. Have you heard of any of these incredible developments before today? Which one surprised you the most? I'm particularly curious about your thoughts on the robot marriage situation. Do you think this represents the future of human relationships, or is it just a temporary response to social challenges? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.